to my farm. You're just in time for the harvest.
Well, we started this back in '09, so I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years now. And the reason I started doing it is because there used to be some haunted houses going on when I was younger and stuff, but now there's not a lot of attractions this time of year. And I just thought I'd start something and see how it went, and each year I try to progress and build to it.
Well, it kind of started actually before we moved to this house. We did like a little haunted porch when we lived over on Kunkel Avenue here in Homer City. We just decorated it up, and I got to scare my nieces, which was my niece and my nephew, which was fun. 2007, when we moved in this house, my wife just wanted to have something for our kids, and lo and behold, I misunderstood her, and next thing I know, here we are, 8 years later. We change it up every year. It's just, and we have such a great crew of people. You know, we get anywhere between 20 and 30 people down here a night to help scare.
My involvement started, I think, a year after they opened it up to the public, or it might have been the first year that we opened it up to the public. And this has kind of stuck with me, you know, ever since. Since I am part of the family that owns it, you know, it's just, you know, it's good to come out and help, and you know, and I get some enjoyment out of it too. So, you know, whatever role I get to play, I get to play.
Screaming fear.
Scaring is when you're getting scared, like you get that rush too, that you fire that chainsaw up and you see them jump, and then when it's all said and done, now they're like, great job, they're smiling at you, you know, most people. I'm not gonna say everyone, but it's just a good feeling, good adrenaline rush, you know, it keeps you going.
You just get that rush, like you're playing a sport, you know, and you're going out to play football. You get an adrenaline rush. It's the same thing about scaring. You know they're coming, and if you're not in the first stage of the haunt, you know, you can hear the screams, so you know you're getting a good crew, you know, coming through. You get those screams, and you get pumped up, and you're just waiting, and then you get them, and then all of a sudden someone else gets them, and then once you trap them in between 2-3 people and they have nowhere to go, they just sit there and scream, and that's the adrenaline rush. There's no real words for it. It's just, you just get pumped up.
Most people are adrenaline junkies anyhow. You want to get that fix, you want to get that release of endorphins. So you're going to come to push your own limits, to maybe, you know, face your own fears, so to speak. I think that people come to haunted attractions, or ride roller coasters, or anything for that matter, bungee jump, skydive, to get that rush, to have that fear put in them, so that they can say, hey, you know what, I did it, I liked it, I want to do it again. It's almost like getting the same rush that they get. You're there for a purpose, right? You're one of the creatures that go bump in the night, so to speak. It's like you get to play out the role of the killer in the horror movie. And it's almost an awesome feeling to get that reaction out of somebody. And it's almost really hard to put into words and to explain what it does to somebody on the actor level. I mean, it takes a special person to actually want to sit out there and put the fear into somebody. And getting that is absolutely awesome.
Fear of the dark. That's when you're most vulnerable, though. You can't see what's in the dark, and you're going through sometimes, and you only can barely see, and it's the element of surprise.
You know something's there. Everyone knows. It's like doing a haunted house is like being a magician. I'm not saying I can do magic, but it's like that. A magician wants you to look at his right hand while he's doing something with his left hand. Same thing with a haunted house. You want, let's say, a static prop over here, and then you have something else real here. So as they're focusing on this movement, then you bring in the other person from the other side, which gives that fake illusion. So usually we've noticed the less light there is, the worse it is.
This year, for example, I'm a scarecrow, so I can kind of invoke the element of surprise. I'm a scarecrow, I'm static, I'm not supposed to move, I'm not supposed to be there. You know, is it real, is it fake? Kind of thing. So it's just one of those things that jumps out at you where you might think it is, but you're not sure. And you get the off-guard scares that way. You invoke a different type of fear. Even if people expect the scare, you got to give them something unexpected. The more you invade their personal space, the more fear that you tend to invoke into somebody.
That's all it takes, and they're crying.